For the second day in a row, temperatures over the 90-degree mark at times in the afternoon hours at the Elmira Corning Regional Airport. And we've got pretty good chance of seeing 90 degrees again tomorrow. Live HD radar shows snowflakes falling as far north as the New York-Pennsylvania border, but much of this not yet making it to the ground. The air's pretty dry, so it'll take a while for this precipitation to fall all the way down to the ground. Welcome back. Some cool temperatures in the early morning hours today and barely above freezing this afternoon, but the sunshine made it seem a little bit easier to swallow, and that sunshine also did a pretty good job in melting some of the snow where the sun is shining. Still a lot of snow hanging on in the shady spots. That cold air is moving into the southern part of the Canadian prairies right along the border of the United States. It's going to be swinging on through, bringing this cold air, well, for several days. As an upper level disturbance passes through, got another batch of heavy rain just now moving through Southside Elmira. Tornado warning continues until 5:30. We have had a report of a funnel cloud along Interstate 86 near the Hopkins Road exit. The window of strong storms, probably 3 or 4 more hours at least. By 11 o'clock, I think that window will be closing. Winds over 60 miles an hour are possible.
Ghosting is the new term for ending a relationship by just disappearing with no explanation at all. Do you think it's an effective method or one that's immature? We'll have some of your responses coming up.
Just kidding. I didn't really ghost. We're talking about the potential for showers, and it is going out of the forecast for just a couple days.
They made flutes and other wind instruments from carrots, pumpkins, and squash.
Yeah, they say you're not supposed to play with your food, but
yeah.
They're clearly doing that.
They're clearly doing a good job at it.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Chip Maxham with your 18 Storm Team forecast.
Definitely summer-like over the next few days. I expect highs above 90 for about 3 days in a row, starting tomorrow and today. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back with some of these numbers that actually did briefly get into the 90s as we enjoyed sunshine for the late afternoon. Right now, we do have some passing clouds moving through the region, but they're not going to bring us anything in the way of rainfall. We expect dry weather to hold on for one more day tomorrow. Currently, we're into the 80s underneath this partly cloudy sky. It is 87 in Elmira, 87 also Watkins Glen, 82 degrees currently in Wellsboro. And tonight, it's going to be a warm and sticky night with partly cloudy skies. Should be into the mid-60s around the time the sun rises. And tomorrow, Futurecast among the other computer models indicating low 90s for highs, making tomorrow the warmest day of the summer so far. The reason for the increase in heat is, well, the sun is allowed to do its thing for several days in a row without any intrusions from the north of that cooler air. So the heat has just been slowly building up, and tomorrow I think we'll finally get into the low 90s just about everywhere. Not much in the way of rainfall expected tomorrow thanks to that area of high pressure, but once it goes away, we'll see the weak little disturbances passing in along the jet stream, giving us opportunities for showers and thunderstorms for really several days in a row, starting Thursday. That's after tomorrow. Dry and hot day tomorrow. Well, at least dry as far as showers and thunderstorms. Still going to be quite humid. Very sticky on our Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures will likely reach the 90s, but it's going to feel like the mid-90s to maybe even close to 100 degrees into parts of the northeast and middle Atlantic. Of course, not much in the way of rainfall on the map there. The afternoon has been dry. Showers and storms come in the late part of the week as the jet stream's just moving straight into the region, bringing these little weak disturbances, which by themselves aren't particularly powerful, but they give us just enough lift to take some of that warm, moist air along the ground, pull it up just a little bit, and showers and thunderstorms develop. So it looks like the late afternoon hours are going to be when those storms do occur. First round of storms comes after a really nice day tomorrow, at least with sunshine. Probably a little bit too hot for many folks' taste on our Wednesday afternoon. Thursday is when we start to see some thunderstorms bubbling up in the heat of the afternoon as the first ones of these little weak disturbances passes through. And then we'll just see rounds of showers coming for Friday afternoon. And then again Saturday afternoon. After that, the weather pattern breaks a little bit and we'll see some cooler weather coming back for the end of the weekend. So tonight, a muggy night with temperatures in the mid-60s and a very tiny chance of an isolated shower. That's mainly the next hour or two. That doesn't look particularly likely. Tomorrow, we'll begin the day with some sunshine. Very quickly warming temperatures will be into the mid-80s by lunchtime and well into the 90s in the afternoon. 92 degrees, making tomorrow, again, the hottest day of the year so far. And we expect the clouds to really stay absent from Wednesday's forecast. But Wednesday night, clouds begin to move in as our first disturbance moves through. It's not going to break the heat too much, though. We're still going to be above 90 degrees, even as these showers and thunderstorms pop up each afternoon. 90, 90, 90. Then on Saturday, a little bit cooler. We get into the 80s for highs. That's thanks to weather pattern shift a little bit, which allows for some cooler air from the north to settle back in. And after that temperature shift over the weekend, we keep the start of next week on the cooler side of average with highs in the upper 70s near 80 degrees. But of course, we're not going to stay in the 70s very long. It is July, so we're expecting a warm up back into the 80s for Tuesday with a few afternoon storms. So we've been talking a bit about the lack of rainfall, and with these thunderstorms coming, we have a good potential for getting back some of that rainfall deficit. But those storms, as you know, they're kind of hit and miss. So we'll have to see exactly where that rain does fall.
We could definitely use some rain, but even not much relief from the heat, though, until Sunday at least.
Yeah, you know, everybody is asking, when's it going to get hot? When's it going to get hot?
And here it is.
Yeah, so now I'm going to hear about when is it going to get cool. So,
exactly. Yeah. All right, thanks, Chip.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Chip Maxham with your 18 Storm Team forecast.
Well, get back. Last night we had new record lows in many spots across southern New York and northern Pennsylvania. 3 was the temperature at the Elmira-Corning Regional Airport last night. I don't think we'll be that cold tonight, but we're going to be pretty darn cool. I think teens are likely for tonight's overnight lows underneath that mostly clear sky in downtown Elmira at the moment. We have just a few clouds and temperatures are getting colder, but we're still holding on to 22 degrees right now for the temperature, and winds are calm at the moment. But generally, I think through the rest of the night, we can expect a very light wind to blow out of the north. Winds changing direction tomorrow is going to give us a big turnaround in the forecast. We'll see winds picking up through the mid-morning and blowing out of the south to southwest, bringing back some much warmer air into the Twin Tiers. I think we'll be in the mid-40s in the afternoon with winds getting pretty strong. Some of those gusts could be around 30 miles an hour, sustained winds probably in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 through most of the afternoon. Certainly breezy, and you'll definitely be noticing that if you're going to be outside for any period of time tomorrow. But we're going to be dry Wednesday. An approaching storm is going to be bringing us the wind and clouds in the afternoon, but rain will hold off until overnight Wednesday into Thursday, and these rain showers will be followed by another push of very cold air for the late part of the week into the weekend, and more winter weather is likely. Wind advisory is going to be in effect mainly for the higher elevation areas of Steuben County and Schuyler County. Some of these ridge tops could see 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts tomorrow, but 30-mile-an-hour winds are not going to be out of the question for some of the gusts everywhere tomorrow afternoon. It certainly will be a breezy one with temperatures a little warmer than what we saw today. Right now, 21 in Spencer, mostly clear. It's 22, Watkins Glen, 20 is the current temperature in Bath. Futurecast is indicating many of us getting down briefly into the teens. Underneath that mostly clear sky, then tomorrow we'll see clouds moving back in with those southwest winds, mid to upper 40s in the late afternoon. But as I said, it will be windy at this time, so we're likely going to be feeling more like the 30s. These are the wind chill temperatures at the same time. Kind of cool, but 40s certainly will be a big improvement over today's low 30s in the afternoon, and that's going to do a good job of melting a lot of the snow that's still in place. Tomorrow, dry through the afternoon, but Futurecast is indicating that the rain should get here around midnight in extreme western New York and Pennsylvania, probably raining everywhere by about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then showers continue for most of the day Thursday before the cold air returns into Friday. Tonight in the teens, but mid to upper teens, not low teens overnight tonight under a mostly clear sky. I think the clouds start to move in the early morning, then winds increase by lunchtime and headed into the afternoon. That's when we'll probably see that wind really reaching its peak. Tomorrow evening, the showers will be approaching the region, but again, it's going to be after midnight before most of us see rain, then a cold into the week. Into the weekend, back down to the 30s Saturday and Sunday. A little bit of snow will be accumulating, but probably more like an inch rather than 5 or 6.
All right, well, at least we'll get a sunny Sunday as well. That looks nice.
There is a more spring-like week coming next week. So
somewhere on the horizon. Great, thanks, Chip. Yeah.